probably one of the most built-up storylines since the last pay-per-view has been the Revival and the New Day, and of course Extreme Rules tag team match here. The last time we saw the New Day and the off camera or on camera, I don't remember exactly, the New Day and the Revival have done some battles in which the Revival have more or less become they've come out on top. And the Revival have just been on their own roll as of late. I mean, New Day have been great. They've been dominant as tag team champions. They hold a good portion of the power here on EBCW. Excuse me, I'm getting my words twisted. They hold a good portion of the power with Kofi being EBCW champion, and of course Big E and Xavier Woods being tag team champs. But as I've said previously, Revival have had their issues in the past when it comes to that sort of deal, when it comes to championship matches. I mean, as I said last year, it's well documented on the channel. They were screwed at one point, and then when the time came to win the championships away from the Undisputed Era, they just couldn't cut it. And now is their time to redeem themselves from last season with probably as much hype as they had, if not more hype, as they had last year. As the New Day make their entrance, I said it before and I'll say it again, they hold all of the power. And with all due respect, I mean, I didn't know how the New Day would go about being champions. Like, it's kind of hard to explain in that regard, but I for sure thought the championships were going to be lost in one way, shape, or form when the triple threat ladder match happened way back when in the opening pay-per-view, which at Money in the Bank. I for sure thought either the Outsiders or the War Raiders were going to win. And I don't know how they didn't. I don't know how they didn't, because that was probably one of the longest and most brutal matchups in EBCW history. And now here we are. They actually retained from the Viking Raiders later on at Backlash, and now here they are in another tough challenge against probably one of the most established teams in the tag team division on either brand, Raw or Nitro. But it's all, and while it may look like it's all fun and games right now for New Day, once they get in the ring, shit's gonna hit the fan. I mean, this is not just the standard tag team matches we're accustomed to seeing. This is a triple threat, or not triple threat, this is a hardcore match, an Extreme Rules Tornado tag team match, in which anything and anyone could get hurt, and anything could be used as a weapon. And of course, the only thing that matters is the pinfall or the submission. So you got to have eyes in the back of your head, not just from enemies, or an opponent trying to beat you from behind or whatever, or double team on you. You also have to pay attention to the fact of your opponent, or your partner, I should say, and your opponent pinning one or the other, and you have to be there to make the save. That's what it's all about right there. The EBCW Tag Team Championships, a long lineage ever since we've created this series. Guys from the Hart Foundation to the New Day to the Outsiders have held various forms of the championship, and now, as you can see, we're getting it on. And a pinfall is already being made by Big E, one, and a kick out there by Scott Dawson, aka Dax Harwood. Big move there by Big E. And it seems as though New Day is taking it to the Revival very, very early on in the match. Hung up on the ropes, and to the throat we go. Pinfall attempt by Xavier, while Big E stomps in the background, and now Scott Dawson's finally gotten a reversal there and a kick to the chest, the massive chest of Big E. And now it seems both teams are about even now. If you guys remember, the last time we had an Extreme Rules tag team match, the Undisputed Era faced off against the Deleters of Worlds, I believe, or something along. It was Matt Hardy and what was it? Matt Hardy and what's his face? Bray Wyatt, I believe it was the matchup. And somehow, some way, the Undisputed Era won. So, and now here's what I was talking about earlier, where two men are going up against one while one is taking a powder on the outside. Oh my God, and a big DDT there by Xavier Woods, and I don't think now is the time to be doing any sort of taunting, if you ask me. But now it's 2-on-1, and Big E's going to go out and take a powder, and it seems as though Scott Dawson is going to be the first to grab a weapon, and his choice is a sledgehammer. Oh, how apropos that is. And it seems like he keeps missing with that. And now he finally hits the sledgehammer onto Xavier, and for some reason does not follow up with another shot. Tiger driver onto Xavier, and now a chair being put into play now by Dash Wilder. Rolling senton, I believe, there by Scott Dawson, and a slam there by Big E, a power slam of sorts. And now Big E's doing a pretty good job holding his own while his partner heads to the outside. Elbow there by Dash Wilder, and now it's going to be that 2-on-1 that we are accustomed to seeing now by both men, by both teams. Beating him out in the corner there is Dash Wilder. Scott Dawson is going to go focus on Xavier now. I don't know, I mean, both teams are pretty hurt early on in this match, and it seems as though Big E, he's got that move going. He's got that abdominal stretch, which was broken up by Dash Wilder, and now Scott Dawson is going to head to the outside. And a big shoulder block by Big E. Reversal there by Dash Wilder with the feet, and Dash Wilder's going to head outside, which is probably the smarter move, considering his partner is recovering on the outside. And now a kendo stick being put into play, which is now taken away by Xavier Woods. I don't know if it was smart to take all that time to get that weapon by Dash. 1, 2, kick out there by New Day. Powerbomb just misses the chair there by Big E too, as that goes on. Shinbreaker by Dash, very old school wrestling move. As you can tell, these guys are all about no flips, just fists, which is going to be very useful in a match such as Extreme Rules, the first Extreme Rules match of the evening. Snapmare kick to the back by Xavier onto Scott Dawson, and now Scott Dawson's going to be in a world of hurt in a second, while Dash eat defeat. 1, 2, 3. The Revival are tag team champions. Oh my God, so much had happened in that. It was the early sequence of the match. So much happened in that last 20 seconds of that match. From Xavier Woods hitting his finisher at the same time Dash Wilder hit his signature, or a finisher move, whichever it was, onto Big E. And while Xavier was doing whatever he was doing, Big E was getting pinned, and they were in the same ring. I don't understand the logic of this, but now the power of the New Day has been dwindled to nothing more than the EBCW championship, because finally, the Revival take the tag team championships, and it's only taken them about a year since their last failures at previous titles. I don't know what to say, ladies and gentlemen. That was a sequence. That was a sequence. But the New Day have been dethroned. Finally been dethroned after being so dominant. Congratulations to the Revival, and with all due respect to the New Day, I think they were great champions, but it's now a new era. A new era of the Revival, FTR, whatever the hell you want to call them. In the end, they're the new champions. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, the Women's Championship will be on the line as Paige looks to take the title away from Shayna Baszler. See you guys then.